Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Leach, back here with another reaction video. As y'all see by the title, the Celtics traded JRUE Holiday to the Trailblazers. Let's get right into it. Another NBA trade.
News to CBS Sports HQ. The Boston Celtics are trading JRUE Holiday to the Trailblazers for Anthony Simons and 2 second-round picks.
Anthony Simons in 2 seconds.
Simons averaged 19.
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, bro, I think Brad Stevens did it again, bro. I mean, to flip JRUE Holiday, no offense to him. I know he's like one of the best defenders in the entire league. But he's getting older, bro. Obviously, they had to trade him because of the second apron stuff. Same with KP. KP will be getting moved too soon. Curious to see when that'll happen, but yeah. So they're sending JRUE Holiday to the Portland Trailblazers for Anthony Simons, who's a young scoring guard. I mean, I feel like this is a steal, and they get 2 second-round picks. I mean, what are the Blazers doing, though, bro? Like, why would you give up Anthony Simons?
This is the second time Holiday has been traded to Portland. He went to the Trailblazers from Milwaukee in the Damian Lillard trade, but was then traded to Boston 4 days later. So in the trade, Blazers receiving the 35-year-old guard. Meanwhile,
it's a 2030 second-round pick via New York, and then 2020
second-round draft picks. For what it's worth, Celtics
via Portland.
moved from plus 1,300 to plus 1,600 to win the title after the trade.
Nah, that's a really.
We're now joined by CBS Sports.
That's a really solid move by Boston, bro. To go get a young scoring guard at Anthony Simons.
Appears as a product of Brad Stevens trying to maybe start retooling this Boston roster.
I mean, he's a scorer too. I mean, he can play make too.
$134 million deal. The final year being a player option. You're without Jason Tatum for the foreseeable future. You're offloading the salary. Was that the driving force maybe behind the trade, or is it to maybe get younger for the time being?
I mean, yeah, that's
a little bit of everything, right? I can't believe Brad Stevens pulled this off again.
Well, I'm saying, like,
yet as Boston's GM. So in the short term, they were $22 million above the second apron before this trade. They've started cutting into that. They're now down to $18 million above the second apron after this trade. Simons is 9 years younger. He does things offensively that the Celtics didn't really have.
JRUE Holiday, I mean, no offense to him, but
he's a great closer late in
he don't got an offensive bag.
Long term, he's going to be a great
really good on
defense to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown on
He's
offense.
just a really good
in the short term,
point guard. Like,
JRUE Holiday
he could score, but
he has 3 expensive years left on his contract, and the Blazers are trading a young guard in his prime who's a pretty good.
What are y'all doing, bro? Like,
that doesn't really make much sense.
Like, why would you guys trade for JRUE Holiday? Like, and plus you're giving up Anthony Simons, bro, who is young, like the dude just said, young in his prime, bro. I mean, he's going to the Boston Celtics, like.
To me, especially when you look at this financially,
crazy,
JRUE Holiday has those
NBA's
3
a crazy
expensive years
place,
left
bro.
on his contract that are going to come as he ages. Anthony Simons is on an expiring deal. If Boston wants to solve its long-term financial problems, they can just let Simons walk at the end of the year. They're in a perfect situation here. JRUE Holiday took a major step back on offense last year. Still a very good defender. Probably not somebody you can defend all 5 positions anymore, right? Probably not quick enough to guard the fastest guards in the NBA. Probably better suited to defend up a little bit. But at 35, he's probably on the way down. The Celtics turned him into a player who last year I think was roughly similar and is headed in an upward trajectory. And they saved money in the deal. It's a home run for Boston.
That's what I'm saying.
Sam, I'm
no,
gonna tell
Boston
you
won this
so
trade. I mean, by far.
About this, I think there's a lot of question marks surrounding this move. But
and JRUE missed 20 games too during the season.
How does Simons maybe fit with the Celtics team? Since, in your words, it seems like this is a big come up for Boston.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a really good trade for them. I mean, if you think about it in the short term, they're not going to have Jason Tatum for most of next year or all of next year.
Yeah.
They're going to need some more shot creation, right? Well, that's what Anthony Simons does. He's defensively vulnerable.
I mean, let's be honest, bro. Even if Tatum doesn't play next year or this upcoming season, the Celtics are still going to be, they're still going to be good. Like, I don't care what anyone says. You can say, oh, the East is wide open. You know, all these players getting injured. Like, bro. No, Boston's still going to be good. Indiana's still going to be good, even without Halliburton. The Bucks will still be good without Lillard. Like,
Not a great.
They won't be as great, but they will still. Man, they're still gonna try to compete. Like,
he can get to the
they're
rim.
gonna
He's
try.
a very good shooter. He's very comfortable late in games.
I mean, look at the numbers, you know.
Year, and he's young, right? That's going to be important for Boston as Jaylen Brown kind of ages into his prime and beyond. Jason Tatum might not be quite himself when he comes back from that torn Achilles. They needed a little bit more explosiveness on offense.
Nah, they
and
got
they
that.
got it here without sacrificing any future first-round picks, without giving up any of their younger players that are, more essential. They gave up
like
a player
Portland,
have to move
like
anyway
y'all's
for
front
financial
office,
reasons.
man.
And in the process, they improved their offense.
It's sounding like maybe a Brad Stevens masterclass that we're watching unfold, but reports are indicating that the Celtics are just getting started with trades this offseason. What do you imagine?
And KP's next
for them in the trade market, especially as you're saying they're finding
Dude, if
ways
they get some,
to
like,
make things work.
if they get like a solid wing
I
for
think
KP
all
or
eyes
something,
right now
bro,
should
look
be on
out,
Derek
bro.
White. So as we've covered, they're above the second apron. They need to shave about $18 million to get below it. I think that's going to be a priority for them for a variety of reasons. They just added a starting caliber guard, right? They have Peyton Pritchard, the sixth man of the year on their team. They're pretty set in the backcourt with offense. I wonder now if they're looking at Derek White, who's a little bit older. He's in his 30s. Do you move him now at the peak of his value, get several first-round picks back, save some money in the process, and just hand his job to Simons? I think that's going to be in play for Boston.
Nah, don't get rid of Derek White. No. Dude, nah, they got to keep White. I mean, I know, he's entering his 30s, but, like, dude, Derek White, ever since they traded for him and he was been on the Celtics, bro, he's been phenomenal for them boys. I mean, hell of a defender. He can score, whenever you need him to. Nah, don't trade him for first-round picks, bro. They got to keep him,
or
bro.
maybe even Jaylen Brown. The Celtics have to shed some money. They are not going to be a second apron team next year. It makes no sense for them with Tatum hurt. So I do think there is going to be a follow-up move here. I think getting Simons probably sets us up for a White deal if somebody is willing to meet Boston's price.
Yeah, Boston's certainly one of those teams that needs to shed a little bit of salary.
But they can trade KP, so like
the second time in the last year that Jrue Holiday has been traded to Portland. Last year being shipped to Boston. So if not Portland this time around, then where?
I think he actually is going to stay in Portland. Here's what I think Portland's motivation is here. First of all, they have Scoot Henderson and Shaedon Sharpe, young guards who needed starting spots. Simons was getting in the way of that. Now you can pretty easily elevate them, hand the offense to them, and bring in Jrue Holiday under the logic that since he can defend forwards, they can start him alongside those guards or even bring him off of the bench. The other really important piece of this, Jrue Holiday is one of the most highly regarded locker room guys, teammates in the entire NBA.
Yeah,
he's won the
dude.
Teammate of the Year award several times. He's won the Sportsmanship Award several times. Young players love Jrue Holiday. He is a great mentor, and I'm betting this is a few things for Portland. Number one, they want to tighten up their defense. They are now a defense-first team. That's what they were as they started to ascend, towards the end of last season. Number two.
Okay, it makes sense then why they traded Anthony Simons. So they basically want Scoot and Shaedon Sharpe to, get more like spotlight on the court. Get more playing time, get more shots up. Makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. Man, it just makes me bad as a Cavs fan, bro. These boys really getting Anthony Simons for Jrue Holiday, and they getting 2 seconds on top of that. Like,
they're older. They think that they can win right now. Maybe not at the championship level, but can you get into the play-in or the play-in?
Brad Stevens
they
did
think
it
Jrue Holiday
again.
can help them take that step. And number three, he's going to be a mentor for the guys they have in place. What they're betting, we just saw Oklahoma City win the championship. Think back to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's first season in Oklahoma City. Who was he playing with? Chris Paul. Getting a star guard like that next to your younger guys can be a very powerful developmental tool. I think that's what Portland has in mind here. But given the contract involved, given the young player they just gave up, I think they overpaid to do that.
I mean, it's a perk, obviously, having a locker room guy, but like you're mentioning, at what cost? But back to Portland twice in the last 2 years. But, hey, as we continue on the Blazers, they are a 36-win team last season. But Simons, I mean, one of the bright spots on that roster.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, how do they fill that void?
I think they're really relying on those two young guards, right? They took Scoot Henderson, number 3 overall 2 years ago. Those first 2 years of his career, they've been tough. It's been a struggle for him. They have to find out here and now, is he going to be their point guard of the future?
Yeah.
And I think what they realized was with
Scoot's
Anthony
been quiet.
Simons taking up as much offensive usage as he was,
still got time.
they just couldn't find that out. They had to put the ball in his hands to figure it out.
But it makes sense why they got rid of Simons.
Another really promising former lottery pick.
If they wanted
He's extension eligible this
let
offseason.
Scoot
He's played
and
3
Shannon
years.
Sharp
They want to know what they have in him. They have to figure out if they're going to pay him. I don't think this is necessarily about can they fill in the void externally on Anthony Simons. I think they're hoping that they can do it internally. Their young guys can take a real step forward by getting the ball in their hands more. I think they're hoping, and this is not a statement on Anthony Simons, the player, it's a statement on the situation the Blazers were in, that this can be addition by subtraction, that you can get rid of Simons and Henderson and Sharp can take a step up. They're young enough, they're talented enough.
Yeah, but if they don't,
it's time
man,
to find out
Blazers,
what they're really capable
they're
of.
cooked.
Absolutely. An
If
opportunity
that does not
for
happen, they're
Portland,
cooked.
like you mentioned, to emphasize and build on that defense. Meanwhile, for Boston, that opportunity to shed some of those dollars. Sam Quinn, as always, thanks so much for the insight. And taking a look at JRUE Holiday last season in Boston, well, 30.6 minutes per game. It's worse since the 2015-16 season. Just over 11 points per game. Worse than almost 15
he did not
years.
have a good
Field goal
season.
percentage, points per game season.
But that's gonna do it for this video. Celtics trading JRUE Holiday to the Trailblazers. I mean, let me know in the comment section down below. I mean, it's pretty obvious, bro. The Blazers, what are they doing? I mean, like this dude said, they're trying to hand the keys to Scoot Henderson and Shaden Sharp. But like, bro, like, but what if them dudes don't take that massive step, bro? Then it's just all for nothing, pretty much. I mean, then you're stuck with that, and then you got Anthony Simons over here who's headed to Boston. I mean, who I think is gonna be, dude, he's gonna cook with Boston, bro. He's gonna really be good for them. But yeah, the Celtics, I mean, won this trade by far. If I had to grade this trade for the Trailblazers, man, it's like a D minus, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's almost an F. Like, the only reason I'm giving you guys a D minus is because JRUE Holiday is actually a really good defender. But like, man, like, why would y'all do this? Boston A+. I mean, perfect move for the Celtics. This dude was talking about they should move Derek White for first-round picks. Let me know in the comment section down below if any Celtics fans, what do y'all think about that? Would y'all do it, or do y'all want to keep Derek White? I mean, I think y'all should just trade KP and yeah, just keep Derek White along. But that's my opinion on it. But yeah, but that's gonna do it for this reaction though. Make sure y'all subscribe, like the video, and I'm out. Peace.